Big talk about small business.
I love it.
Got one of my favorite business people here with me today. Someone I can't say enough good about. Every time I talk with him, I learn something new. And I have a tremendous respect for this guy. And his name is Matt Lewis of Lewis Automotive Group.
Man, I'm really excited to be on this show and just talk business. It's fun anytime. You know, we can just sit down and talk about what's going on in Northwest Arkansas. How are we progressing business-wise? And I always gain something, too, every time you and I talk. I've stole this from John Maxwell a long time ago, and he's got a famous quote. It says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And one of the biggest ways to do that is show them how you're invested on making them successful.
Internal customer.
The internal customer. If you don't take care of that employee first, how do you expect them to take care of your external customer, which is your actual customer?
You know, he said something very interesting, and the subtlety of it wasn't lost on me, and that is managing the activities versus the results. Because you get the results if you do the activities, right?
You really do. You know, and if we're talking sports analogies too, they're focusing on positive yardage.
Yeah,
they're focusing on the time of possession, and the scoreboard is just a reflection of those activities. When we looked at that downtime of a week, we said we can hire a moving company to help us, and everybody can just have extra PTO time,
right?
Or let's look at the amount we were going to spend there, and why don't I offer to my employees, let's just guarantee their pay based upon their last 90 days worth of average pay, and they can help us move.
That's progressive.
And it's more than just, you and I have had this conversation, but it's more than just selling cars.
Absolutely.
You know, since we've moved, and I'm sure we'll get into that, but since we've moved, you know, our scale of employee level, we're right now sitting just below 240. I think it was 237 as far as employees go.
It's a big payroll, brother.
It is. It is. You know, it's kind of like there could be a big reward there, but you also have a big responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, so our business is scaling and it's exciting. You know, it's put us in some challenging areas as well, which is good. You know, every once in a while you got to get a little uncomfortable.
You push yourself. You all, I mean, between your athletic pursuits and your business pursuits, you are a guy who's constantly going for more. And I love that about you.
Aww.
So much of it is mental. It's like, you know, at the same time, back on selling, I was always taught, like, you don't need any one sale. If you think you need that sale, you may want that sale,
sure,
but you don't need it. If they're not going to be the one, somebody else is going to be.
That's right.
You've got to have that mentality. If that one doesn't work out, somebody else is going to come through the door, and the next one is.
That's so important.
It's a psychological game.
Now, somebody won't give you the green light until they answer those questions. You already hit them. Do I know you? Do I like you? And can I trust you? Mm-hmm. So mentally, every customer will ask those three questions before they feel confident to go forward with you.
Look, I've never been a big fan of the Ford Edge. I'll be honest with you, Matt. But that car sitting there in that showroom with that light on it and that beautiful blue color, I looked at that. I said, you know what? That thing looks really cool. Can I see myself driving that? You know what I mean?
Small business. Let me tell you what happens here, because I've been there. Is you're wearing all the hats.
Right.
You're the advertising person, you're HR, you're payroll, you're the inspector, you're QC, you're in charge of hiring, firing, motivated, you're the janitor.
The bill collector.
You're all of it.
Sure.
So what I encourage people to do, and this sounds crazy, but you'll get a multiplier here, you got to step back.
Yeah.
You got to step back. Whatever it is, you need to step back, and even if it's just for an afternoon, free of distractions. Mm-hmm. Put a podcast on and start listening. Don't do it in your business. If you want to go on a hike, if you want to go out to the lake, whatever,
because you'll be interrupted otherwise.
You'll be interrupted.
Right.
Plus, all this stuff surrounds you, and you're thinking about, what do I got to do next? You've got some of my most valuable time is if I step back and I get around those people.
Eric and I were talking about this last week. It's just the discipline that any business owner needs to take. Discipline is so critical.
It is.
It's lacking in the majority of companies, I'm afraid to say, because the people that run them aren't disciplined.
The good news for y'all that do want to be consistent and disciplined, it's easier to win.
It is.
you know.
Make the odds stacked in your favor. Big talk about small business.
I love it.